The largest utility or electric supplier in the volunteer state is warning people they need to be energy smart.
Yeah, the Tennessee Valley Authority says during these high temperatures, you need to cut back on your power usage to avoid any outages.
Yeah, the TVA today with this warning to reduce usage during the afternoons today through Thursday. They're saying don't use certain appliances, don't maybe keep it as cold in your house. Turn up that thermostat 2 to 3 degrees and turn off some lights.
News Channel 11's John Janko found out what kind of an impact not cutting back could have.
Josh, Sarah, Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services tells us the TVA expects peak demand above 30,000 megawatts during this heat wave. They say that's the highest June demand in over a decade. But TVA officials say the biggest impact from not cutting back could be your power bill.
It ultimately ends up saving you money because it keeps you from really using the most power when it has the highest demand period.
The heat is on, but is your air conditioner? The Tennessee Valley Authority asking customers to watch their electricity usage during this week's heat wave. Power demand expected to be high. Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services CEO Mike Browder saying voluntary reductions can help maintain the power supply and avoid interruptions in service. But Hobson doesn't expect customers to see any problems, at least until the power bill comes in.
We're not running out of power. We're not looking at anything as drastic as brownouts or blackouts. But we do know that when power demand gets to a certain point, people's bills in the future get a little bit shocking at times.
The high temperatures unusual this time of year. The TVA says demand later in the summer has them ready for this early heat wave.
We are nowhere near the record demand that we would normally see for TVA's system in the summer.
But the cost of electricity goes up as demand increases. The TVA says they use their cheapest electricity sources first, then turn to alternatives.
We can ensure that we can provide reliable energy at the lowest cost possible in high demand periods. It does create a little bit more of a challenge.
That's why the TVA is asking customers to turn the AC up just a couple degrees this week. That cool air comes with a cost.
Your HVAC system is generally one of the biggest users of power in your home. People tend to overreact and will try to raise their thermostat too high. And that just makes your unit have to work harder when you try to cool it back down later.
But there's plenty more you can do to keep your bill as low as possible.
Avoid using heat-producing appliances like stoves, clothes dryers, dishwashers, those kinds of things during this period. And close the blinds on the sunny side of the house to keep the sun from heating your house.
Now, I spoke to several people off camera today. Most said they'll take the financial hit to stay cool inside their homes this week. Josh?
John Janko, thank you very much. Now, the TVA says it will keep status reports up to date, and they say crews are going to be working around the clock to ensure possible outages stay at a minimum.